it's Mrs. Motomattman, and I am out and about on my bike. I cannot hide the excitement in my voice. It is a spring day here in March in Ohio, and I'm on my bike. It is sunny out. It's like, I don't know, maybe 60 degrees, 50 something, 60 degrees. I have mentioned before, I do not like to ride my bike in the cold weather. So I have had to ride it in cold weather, and when it was raining one time to take it into the dealership, but I'm not a real big fan of that. So today I'm out and about. Of course, I have my chaps on because that cold air hitting my legs is not fun for me. I have on my leather jacket, and I also have on a hooded sweatshirt underneath it. Motomattman thought I might be a little overdressed for the temperature, but I think he forgot who he was talking to. So with I have a t-shirt on, and then I have on my zip-up hoodie, and then my leather jacket, and I'm comfortable. I think if I did not have my hoodie on, I would be turning around in a driveway and heading back home for something warmer. But anyway, I think it's a beautiful day out. Hopefully everybody else is getting a chance to ride. I know folks that live in California and Texas, Florida, you guys are all out riding all the time. But here in Ohio, we don't get as many months to ride as you guys do in other states. So I am just out and about to enjoy the day. I've been quite jealous because it is afternoon. We had some softball stuff to do today, so I saw a bunch of people out on their bikes earlier, and people have been running up and down our road, and been a little jealous over that, but happy to be out and about taking a little ride. It's not going to be a very long ride today. Motomattman and the kids are at home, and I'm sure he's itching to get a ride in today too. My folks live close by, and they're away at a swap meet. My dad has a 55 Chevy that he's been restoring, and so they're away at a swap meet. So we did not have the availability to drop the kiddos off over at the farm for us to go on a ride together. So we're doing the taking turns doing some solo rides today. So that is one of those advantages of having family live close by, is getting to drop off the kids on occasion to be able to take a ride together. When they get a little bit older, obviously they'll be able to stay home, just the two of them, when we go out for a ride. We also tend to enjoy riding while the kids are at school, and I have vacation days. But I typically like to save my vacation days for when the weather is really nice. So typically they're already out of school then. So I'm gonna stop in and fill up some gas, because I do not have a gas gauge. Unlike Motomattman's Honda, he has a gas gauge. I do not have a gas gauge. So you either have to keep track of it or just get gas on occasion. I like to, well, I guess I should just put, I can't keep track of it. I just can't. It's just one more thing. So I just get gas when I feel like I may need some. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video for now, and I will pick it back up when I pull away. Yeah, that was not slick. All right. We went ahead and topped off the gas, and I'm headed down the road. I think it took 1.2 gallons, so with a little peanut tank, I like to just make sure I've got plenty. Boy, it'll be so nice. You can always tell when, you know, you look back over videos and you're out for a ride, and you can always tell like what time of year it is, because you look at the grass and how everything's dormant and the trees don't have any buds on them or leaves or anything like that. So it's always a nice sign of spring when everything starts popping out. They always say, or at least my mom always says, that it's got to snow on the tulips. So I haven't seen any tulips popping up yet, so I'm sure we're not done with the snow. That's why on days like this, when you can get out, you just gotta get out, so that way you can still enjoy the bike and enjoy the season. Thinking about my chaps and thinking about how, you know, my legs stay so much warmer when I'm out in this chillier weather. I mean, again, for me it's chillier. But anyway, thinking about my chaps and how they keep me warmer, I wonder if people that don't have chaps have given consideration to getting some, just because I think it makes a difference. I almost didn't put them on, and then I thought, well, that's just silly, because I've got them, might as well wear them. They're cute. They have a little pink stripe down the side. I got them, I'm a deal shopper, so I got them from Harley at one point in time when they were on sale. So they're Harley chaps, but I got them on sale. And no, I'm not a blonde, but I totally had a dumb blonde moment when we were looking at them, and I said to MOTOMattman, I said, well, those aren't going to fit me. Those are too long. I'm only 5'4", and he explained to me how you're supposed to cut them off, which we did, and now they fit me perfectly. But it was just not something that I realized. With horses and stuff, like when you wear chaps for showing and everything, you buy chaps that fit you. They're suede chaps, you got the smooth leather chaps also, but typically, ooh, somebody's burning something. Typically, you buy them to fit the length of your legs. So, at least any of my show chaps, because, you know, they also have fringe going down the side and everything, and they have a design so that when you're sitting on the horse's back, they have a certain cut in the way they hang down off your from your saddle, from the stirrups. So, you know, I'm just used to the fact that they look a certain way, and so I was just not familiar with the fact that you would just cut them off. So, but they've got the snaps going down the side, so once the zipper stops, then you have the snaps. There's a lot of salt on the ground. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of salt. They put down the salt to melt the snow and the ice. But anyway, I just think of, I see that and I think of when MOTOMattman talks about, like, when you're coming up to when you're taking off from a stop and there's a lot of sand or dirt or anything like that. So that salt made me think of that. So I'm assuming I was supposed to take that easy, and I did. I think I annoyed the Jeep behind me, but there we go. Okay, sorry. My turn signal stayed on that time, so I wanted to make sure I got that turned off when I run around the corner. See, I don't know if you can see, but there's still snow in places. Like you can see right there in the ditch, there's still snow. Our horses, when we turned them out today, they were so excited to be out and playing in the mud and in the sunshine. They did a bunch of running around as soon as we put them out and rolling. They definitely got a bunch of rolling going on. It's so hard this time of year. People with dogs tend to understand, because like you put your dog out and your dog comes back with muddy paws. Well, you put your horse out in this weather and this muddy mess that you got going on right now, and you bring your horse in and they are just caked in it. And like with a dog, you clean off their paws, but with a horse, you don't want to push down on their hair. I guess you could say you don't want it to get all the way down to their skin. So their hair has a natural reaction to keep it lifted, like any type of water and stuff. It keeps it lifted off of their body so that way they don't get as cold. So when they've been out in that kind of stuff, you don't want to necessarily brush them right away, because you don't want any of that mud and that wetness to get down to their skin and make them cold. And we don't. Some people blanket. We don't blanket. We have blankets for extreme cold temperatures, but our horses tend to be accident prone, and they have issues just surviving life without getting themselves caught up in a blanket or anything. Plus, my friends that blanket all the time, then you got to keep track of, is it going to rain? Is it cold? How do I need to adjust if my horses need their blankets on, or if they don't need their blankets on? So, anyway, that's just a rant about how muddy my horses get out in this weather. Oh, there's somebody's horse out. Now they had their tail tied up. So what it is they'll put it like in a sock and then tie it up, because this time of year, once the tail gets muddy, then it starts, and then it freezes, it gets like ice balls at the end of it. So when your horse walks, those ice balls bang against its legs and such. So that's why people oftentimes will tie up the tail, put it in a sock, just to try to keep it clean for the winter and keep those little ice balls from forming on the end of their tail. Boy, that is definitely not what I thought my topic was going to be today. Anyway, but like I said, I'm just out and about for a short ride, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed riding along with me today as much as I enjoyed getting out and about and going for a ride. So thank you so much for riding along. Remember, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to continue to see videos. And obviously, with this weather we're having, I'm going to be able to post more videos of actually riding versus me sitting in the living room. So remember to like and subscribe, hit the little bell, receive the notifications, and remember, leave a little sparkle everywhere you go.